Welcome to ArchRivals Football, sponsored by Raz Energy and Steiner Sports. Here is your starting lineup. Number 20, Darnell the Playmaker Salins. Number 94, Alex the Bearman Alcazaz. Number 69, Ricky the Prez Litwinkowicz. And in tribute to our fallen colleague, ArchRivals Football, Ring of Honor member, Alex Fleming. This show is a Pain Train Pipe Bomb production. Welcome, everybody. It is ArchRivals Football Season 3, the Wildcard round in the books. And we are here tonight on this Tuesday evening, January 18th, 2022. Show 2 of 6 for the week. Boys, what a weekend we had.
Oh, yeah. Are you surprised I got a smile on my face, Rick?
A little bit. I am a little shocked. I'm not perturbed.
Well, I got to do what I'm kind of known for doing, although I did tell the Cowboys before the game, don't make me do it. But what they do, they made me do it.
Yeah, they don't listen to you, Alex.
Well, yeah, and neither. Well, it's not that the fans don't listen; the fans just don't get me. But that's stupidity of their own. But
it does happen.
Yeah, well,
I'm not gonna lie with that; it does happen.
They just can't get that. I'm not fake news. I'm not BS. I'm no holds barred.
Playmaker, what's doing?
I did my best not to bother y'all this weekend. I'm just going to be modest today. Just going to give my analysis and keep it moving.
Oh, I'm going to say this. As much as everybody thought I was going to cry, rant and rave, go in this like big frenzy or whatever, did not happen. Did not happen. I told everybody it wasn't going to happen. Nobody listened to me.
No crying? Nope.
Tears of laughter maybe.
No, Ricky, it was the opposite. You were trolling, brother.
I was making absolute jokes the entire game on Saturday night. Not going to lie when I tell you that. But, yes, I was making jokes. Why? Because I can. All right.
Because you're good at it, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm so good at that.
You're the joker.
We're going to jump into it right away. I don't know why we're echoing, but we're echoing.
Oh, that would be me. Hold on.
So, first game first, as we have Darnell disappear for a minute.
First games first. That's usually first things first.
Yes. All right, so we did have the 4:30 game, which is the reason why we didn't do ArchRivals on Saturday. We had the Las Vegas Raiders visiting the Cincinnati Bengals. The Raiders were in the number 7 spot, and the Bengals were in the number 4 seed. What's up, Mike? How's it going? Final score of this game here, Bengals 26, Raiders 19. I kind of saw this ongoing theme going on at some points, but, not for anything. It was a little bit of hijinks because the Raiders shot themselves in the foot on Saturday, and it just ended up being we're on the Pipe Bomb page on YouTube, Bernard. Yeah.
Shall we talk about the controversy of that touchdown, Rick?
We could talk about a lot of different things in this game. We could talk about the fact that on the screen here, it wasn't a Joe Burrow-like game. 24 of 34, 244, 2 touchdowns. Derek Carr, kind of the Derek Carr-like game. 29 of 54, 310 yards passing, a touchdown and a pick. Sacked 3 times. For some reason, he has a QBR of 39, which is peculiar for throwing over 300 yards. Can we also notice the fact that the running games were ultimately even on some points, although Josh Jacobs was the only one running the ball?
Yeah, for the most part. And we should definitely acknowledge the fact that for the first time since January of 1991, the Cincinnati Bengals have won a playoff game. And for the record, before this, the last time they won a playoff game, I wasn't even born. Ricky was in middle school, and Darnell was a baby. And the United States was in the Gulf War.
Yes. That's unfortunately the sad part out of all of it.
I'm a historical freak, guys, so you guys are going to have to get used to that.
Darnell,
the Cincinnati Bengals taking out the Oakland Raiders. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
What a win for the Bengals. 31 years without a win. And I'm pretty sure it's quite lovely that they got their W. Good game. Very competitive game. Shout out to Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, doing what they do best. And, Joe Mixon did not have his typical game, but he done fairly enough to get the win. Shout out to the defense of the Cincinnati Bengals for, doing what they need to do to keep the Raiders out of the end zone for them, tying this game and sending it to overtime. So shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals. Team effort win.
Alrighty. Next up on the schedule, man, I know how everybody is going to fucking be with this. I know how everybody's going to be with this.
It's not you, Ricky. It's not you. It's not your fault, okay? It's not you.
We did have an 8:00 game on Saturday.
It's the fact that your team is the most hated team in the NFL right now.
No,
I think we can kind of say now that that's gone south. Immediately south.
That will probably be my team, which I do have something to say, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
So we did have the New England Patriots traveling to dildo country, which there was an actual dildo thrown on the field on Saturday night. How ironic.
Why do you know that?
Because there are pictures of it all over the internet, of them throwing dildos on the field. That's besides the point. So, Pats get blown out by 30, 47-17. The perfect game thrown by the Buffalo Bills. 7 drives, 7 touchdowns. Listen, at this point right now, did we know that Buffalo was going to come out very strong? Yes. We have a team that is, I would say, maybe 50-50 on playoff experience in the New England Patriots. Yes, it is Belichick. Yes, it is McDaniels. But once again, I said this before the season started. I said this before this game started. With the Patriots making the playoffs, I would be happy at that point right there. That's it. This team more than passed any expectations whatsoever. Mac Jones, two touchdowns, 2 picks, 24 for 38, 232. He, believe it or not, had a higher QBR than Derek Carr, who threw for more yardage. Go figure that one out. Josh Allen, only 4 incompletions throughout the game, 308 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, not sacked once, QBR 98.5. So he was almost the body temperature of QBR. Difference.
I guess the Bills didn't fear the wind and the cold this time.
Buffalo is a cold weather team. They are a cold weather team.
In other words, they're cold.
You have a quarterback in this game who has not experienced the cold temperatures very much, a.k.a. number 10, Mac Jones.
Yeah, he's from Pennsylvania. He played at Alabama.
Yes. So right there alone, there is the first strike. Until he really gets the experience of playing in these cold weather games, because toward the end of the year, where did the Patriots play that was not cold weather? That's not a good way to roll into the playoffs unless you're playing legit cold weather games down the stretch.
Wait, did you just say where did they play that it's not cold?
Correct.
Miami.
Thank you.
Yeah, any place they played. I mean, come on, man. The Jets,
Thank
the
you.
Bills.
As much as everybody wants to rag, including our boy Jamal from Stuff About Sports, okay? Understand this. This team was not slated to be a playoff team. They beat that one, okay? Granted, yes, losing 4 out of 5 down the stretch after coming out of the bye did not help them. If this game was in a different spot, I'd say they have a better playing advantage than
Different
what they
spot.
had on Sunday.
Different spot.
Well, let's see. Let's say what happens if they go to, I don't know. They have a home game in New England where the weather wasn't as worse as the weather was at this game. Or for the matter being, let's say Cincinnati has the 3 seed instead of Buffalo. They play in Cincinnati where it's not 0 degrees at game time and -6 wind chill factor. It's a warmer climate there.
Whose fault is that?
Cincinnati, you prick. That's what
No,
it
it's
is.
y'all fault. Y'all butts that couldn't beat Miami.
But regardless, if the seeding were different, the game would have been different.
No, if
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all was supposed to win, y'all seeding would have been different.
And
It's all besides the point, right, Ricky?
Again, that's the way I look at it. I congratulate Buffalo for putting up the perfect game. However, with their win, they will probably not be throwing a perfect game next weekend.
Perfect game.
Yes.
I mean,
No punts.
7 for 7.
No
Sheesh.
punts. No turnovers. Perfect game.
7 for 7. Like, that's unheard of in the playoffs.
Yes, it is. Next up,
Whew.
Sunday.
Oh, so we go from one blowout to another blowout.
We go from one to another. Well, technically, no. Not even a blowout.
No, that's a blowout. I don't count them 15 points. That's a damn blowout.
Yeah, it was 15 points in garbage time. It's worthless. So yeah.
So we had the Philadelphia Eagles flying down to Tampa Bay, visiting Mr. Well, I know they somehow flew. Even though
they was not flying.
Even though penguins don't fly. Tampa Bay 31, Eagles 15. Who would like to shed some light on this one?
Ricky, you watched a lot of football, correct? So when there's a number one thing on the offensive end versus the number one defense on the other end, which one usually wins?
Wait, say that again?
So if one team is ranked number one in the offensive category, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the team that faces is ranked number one in the defensive category, right? Which one usually wins?
Usually the defense wins, but not in this case.
Defense wins championships.
So, Bearman, how many rushing yards did the Eagles have as a team?
How many yards did the Eagles have on the running game? Well, Hurts had 8 carries for 39. Mr. Boston Scott had 34 on just 1 carry. And Miles Sanders 7 on 16, and Kenneth Gainwell on 6.
So the number one running defense,
less than 100.
So the number one running defense said to the Eagles offense, said, "We don't give a damn what y'all doing on the running game. Y'all ain't running on us."
Believe it or not, that was a total of 95 yards.
Wow.
So the number one
actually on the screen.
100 yards, so I said that. I got that right.
So the number one rushing defense said, "Get that out of here," right?
Yes.
All right. So you're telling me defense still matters?
I think defense still matters. Without
defense
any
wins
question.
Championship, guys.
There you go.
I mean, it helped. It helped the Ravens and Tampa Bay winning the Super Bowl once before with shit quarterbacks. So why not? Why not now?
Hey, matter of fact, how did Tampa Bay win their Super Bowl last year?
Defense. And it wasn't by blowing either.
What did they do to Patrick Mahomes in that Super Bowl?
Bullied him. Overwhelmed him. Got him out of that comfort zone and said, "Sorry, Patrick, but you're not gonna beat the GOAT. We can't allow that."
Oh, stick around, people. We're gonna talk more defense in more of these games. I'm just giving you upfront or what's going to be talked about mostly is going to be defense.
But by any chance, does anybody remember me saying on Thursday last week that the Eagles didn't deserve to be in the playoffs?
Yep.
How you say they didn't deserve to be in the playoffs, but didn't they win 10 games?
They won
No, they
10
won 9.
games, but
No, they won 9.
They won 9. However, they didn't beat a team with a winning record the entire year.
Well,
0-8.
Well, that's what happens when everybody else fails to do their damn job.
No, that's what happens when half the league sucks.
Like I said, that's what happens when people don't do their job.
Well, the Eagles didn't do their job. However, I will say this, though. The game next weekend, if it ends up rolling the same way that this game did on Sunday against the Rams, Tampa Bay may actually be screwed. Because at a lot of points, Mr. Thomas Edward Brady, even though he had, 40-plus touchdowns this year?
Right. Can you say some of the stuff for Thursday? And
I'm just saying the analysis that's probably going to match this game here. They looked ultimately sluggish. They looked ultimately lost at some points. And the offense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did not look very good at all. Defense looked solid, but the offense looked like that engine with about 2 or 3 cylinders misfiring. Is the best way to put it.
It is.
So without Fournette, without Godwin, and there was like 2 other guys that I'm thinking about missing. Oh, the first 2 letters of the alphabet and another player. Yeah, they may actually be in trouble, but Tampa did win, so kind of good on that. Okay, so we had a watch along on Sunday. Myself, Bearman, and the Viking, who is probably passed out right now after the live concert that we had on Pipe Bomb Radio NYC. We had the Dallas Cowboys hosting the San Francisco 49ers, the 4-5 matchup in the playoffs this year in the NFC.
All right, so I believe somebody did pick San Francisco in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you.
So I did say how this game was going to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking at here? Dakota Prescott, 23 for 43, 254, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, a QB of 27.
Repulsive.
Sacked 5 times for 40 yards.
Ezekiel Elliott, 12 carries, 31 yards. That Prescott ran 4 times for 27 yards. And can you move it up some, Ricky? I need to see Tony Pollard's numbers. I need to see
4 carries,
the receivers numbers.
4 carries for 14 yards for Pollard.
All right, receivers. Where are my receivers at? Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, where my stars at? Oh,
they're not there.
Dalton Schultz led the way, 7 catches, 89 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 1 catch for 21 yards. Amari Cooper, 6 catches, 61 yards for touchdown. I mean, okay. He did something along with Dalton Schultz and Cedric Wilson. But where my stars at? Oh, by the way. Brandon Ayuk, 5 catches, 66 yards. Okay. Deebo Samuel, 3 catches for 30 yards. Oh, did Deebo Samuel have a rushing touchdown?
Yes.
George Kittle, 1 catch for 18. So, Ricky. Deebo Samuel, 3 catches for 38 yards. George Kittle, 1 catch for 18 yards. And I say Deebo Samuel had a rushing touchdown. What would you think? What would you think right now?
I see a little bit of a problem though. If you really want to break it down, I can understand they're trying to use the Swiss Army knife, and Mr. Deebo Samuel is using him as a running back. That's all fine and great. I'm pretty sure there was a gentleman whose name you just mentioned who only had 1 catch throughout the game, and that would be Kittle. Yeah, they have totally taken that part of the offense away, which I'll be honest with you, and it was kind of like the back and forth thing, and I'll go to both sides before I let Alex tear the Cowboys a new asshole live, and I step away for like that minute to go take a piss.
Just give me my credit, okay, Bearman? Just give me my credit because it wasn't personal.
Well,
I just liked it imagine.
I will have a rant before I have to let you guys go because it is my birthday and it's going to be time for my birthday dinner.
But
You know what?
Go ahead.
Dallas Cowboys, you absolutely suck. As a good friend of mine, the best manager in pro wrestling, Nastico, would say, you stink. You stink big time. 14 penalties. Unprepared. You know what? And as I entitled my episode of this particular game, Dallas was exposed big time as an arrogant and overrated team. And I said, because I had Mr. Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge, on with me. Okay.
Hold on. Wait. What? How do we define exposed? Because are we saying exposed to the rest of the world, or because are we saying exposed because everybody picked the Cowboys, or what?
Exposed because some people still believe the Cowboys would win the Super Bowl, okay? And everybody thought, well, they won the NFC East. They were 6-0 in the NFC at least. Yeah, they were undefeated in a garbage division. I mean, Dallas beat nobody that was good this year. I mean, New England is still out there, okay? But we saw how bad New England got destroyed. Dallas beat nobody that was good this season. Nobody. Some would say the Chargers. The Chargers probably would have been good after week 1, but we saw how they beat themselves. I mean, the Cowboys didn't beat the Chargers. The Chargers beat themselves. Let's get that straight, okay? And as far as Kellen Moore goes, I've been saying it from the beginning. I never trusted him. He should never been calling the plays, okay? But nobody would understand what I'm covering with. That's just how dumb some people are, especially Cowboys Nation, okay? Mike McCarthy should be fired. Kellen Moore should be fired as well, all right? Mike McCarthy obviously didn't have the team prepared. And then for Mike McCarthy to actually blame the refs on this and Dak Prescott doing the same, because Dak Prescott actually was told that when the trash was being thrown at the refs, he said, and I quote, well, good on them, unquote, if that's what he said. But y'all know what he said. Oh, I think he said, well, credit to them then. That's actually what he said. The bottom line is Prescott, in a sense, was blaming the refs too. I mean, how pathetic.
Ricky,
I get it. As far as Prescott goes, his offensive line was trash, okay? But Prescott too was horrible.
Ricky, right? I got a question.
Yeah.
How long the rule has been in place that the official must spot the ball?
Probably since the beginning of time, but that's besides the point.
Why would you do a quarterback sneak that time with no timeouts? You see, that's how pathetic this team is. That's how pathetic Kellen Moore is.
It's actually not. It's actually, well, I don't want to defend them.
Hold on. Wait.
Mike McCarthy defended that decision because Mike McCarthy okayed it. He okayed it.
You just said that rule has been in ever since they came up with the game of football, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me nobody on the Cowboys knew this?
Listen, I'm gonna kind of defend the play call, okay? I'm not defending anybody on the actual team.
So okay? I'm with Ricky on that. The play call, I can see why you called it. But the fact that nobody knew to get the ball to the official so he can spot the ball, nobody knew. You thought y'all can spot the ball your damn selves and try to clock it?
Again, I'm not gonna totally undermine the call. In actuality, it's a good call. However, should it have been done earlier in the drive? Yes. Not with that little bit of amount of time on the field. Not with the play call, the way that they set the receivers down the field. Okay? If you know you were going to run that play, then you run that play, but you do not make it so that way you prevent yourself from not being able to stop the clock. Okay? That is the honest point. Because it's a little bit easier to throw a 20-yard pass than it is to throw a 30-yard pass. For once, I actually saw a defensive coordinator send out a defense that absolutely left the whole middle of the field wide open and took away the sidelines. They had 3 guys patrolling the sidelines on either side. That actually is a more viable play to do than anything else. Okay? But, you know what? There were a lot of other things that you could kind of, and as we watch the game, and I'm calling them out, some of the calls that were done in the game should have gone both ways. There were quite a few times that I saw false starts on the 49ers, or some of the holding penalties that I saw were not called. Okay, again, you're gonna actually go after the referees because Dallas had 14 penalties.
14, you can't win.
They
like that.
brought them on themselves. Again,
They did.
but I did not see a lot of the time that it was not balanced between both sides.
No. I mean, fishing has got horrible as far as sports goes, okay? But the Cowboys, unprepared, arrogant, okay? Nothing went right. The shift goes from Dak Prescott for his inconsistency and his inability to win the big games to the offensive line struggling, okay, to the horrible play calling by Kellen Moore and for the terrible coaching by Mike McCarthy. I'm telling you, Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore need to be gone. I cannot trust McCarthy anymore. And the fact is, I was happy for the hiring because obviously the fact that we were stuck with Jason Garrett for so long, okay? But now I see how embarrassing it was the fact that I was in favor of it. I mean, I regret being happy for the Mike McCarthy hiring because we've done nothing. And the Cowboys only have 3 playoff wins since 1995. 3.
How long Mike McCarthy
That's
been the head coach of the
pathetic.
Cowboys?
2 years now.
Okay, so
It's clearly obvious it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, you might as well just get rid of him and go back to the drawing board.
Year one, you had a whole bunch of injuries. You do remember that, right?
Yeah, I do remember that.
So you can't really count year one because year one was just ridiculous in itself.
But we saw this year went, okay? We saw all the mistakes. It's clearly obvious it's not going to improve. Kellen Moore's been here since 2019 as the play caller. Kellen Moore's been around here forever. Kellen Moore, I never trusted the guy. Kellen Moore should have never been in this position.
Here's the thing, though.
Be gone.
The mistakes is happening to your star players, not the unknown players. Randy Gregory. Why is you tackling the offensive line? Why? What sense does that make?
Like I said, the team exposed as arrogant and overrated. Okay, they were probably exposed to that against the Broncos, but now against the 49ers, it was basically uncovered more than ever. We just saw how bad the Cowboys truly were when they actually thought that they were good. That's the arrogance right there. Like I said, as I'm about to leave, and I hate to break up the party because it is my birthday, the Cowboys did not beat anybody good. So therefore, I don't care if they were 12-5. I don't care that they were 6-0 in a crappy division. The Cowboys were garbage all year.
I'm sorry that you got to go because you can't enjoy my victory with me.
I can't enjoy anything because I didn't watch the last 2 games.
All right, gentlemen.
That really tells me how much that game hurt you.
You gonna play the song for me, Ricky, later?
I'm gonna post it on your page.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. Good night, everybody.
Okay. 8:15 on a Sunday. I normally am sitting here watching the game. However, I was completely exhausted from watching the first 2 and having to scream at my...
You exhausted from watching football?
Well, normally during games I get up a lot, and during the watch along I think I got up twice. So being the fact that it was about 70 degrees in my house and 20 degrees outside, fail comparisons when you go to get back up and sit back down from hot to cold. Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers, who once again had squeaked in via a field goal by the Oakland Raiders the weekend of Week 18. Kansas City 42, Pittsburgh 21.
Are we really surprised?
Surprised a little bit. And the reason why
this was the only game that was a double-digit favorite.
Mm-hmm. And I actually covered for a change. Mahomes, 30 of 39, 404, 5 touchdowns and a pick. Sacked 3 times. Travis Kelce threw a touchdown pass for 2 yards. Big Ben, 29 of 44, 215, 2 scores, no turnovers. However, he had a QBR of 15. I have to figure out how this QBR shit works because, damn, if you have no turnovers, how do you have such a tiny QBR?
You only got sacked twice.
Exactly, for only 14 yards. So that's again.
Well, he was not as efficient as Patrick Mahomes was. That's 30 for 39. Like, goddamn.
No, but also for the same right, though, the Kansas City running game was a lot more efficient. Jared McKinnon, 12 carries, 61 yards. Mahomes, 3 for 29. Najee Harris, only 12 carries for 29 yards.
He was injured. He ain't look right. He was injured.
I hate to say it. That defense looked a lot better than what I expected it to be. I'll be honest with you on that.
Because in the second half, you barely saw Najee Harris.
Mm-hmm. Which I think was also another, again, big key. But from what I did see of the game, the first, I think it was like 7 drives, all resorted into punts. And I think that's pretty much a way to maybe go to sleep because I thought the game was very sluggish at the beginning for both teams. Like I said, they mucked it up the first few drives. Mucked up bad. But
Patrick Mahomes became Patrick Mahomes.
And it's unfortunate that I thought they would have done a little bit better thing for Ben at the end. But it was a lowly walk down the tunnel back to the locker room and to what I'm pretty sure is the last game of Big Ben's career.
Things happen, man. These things happen. It's unfortunate, but these things happen.
I kind of say the Steelers didn't stand up for him, pretty much. That's why I kind of look at it a little bit.
I mean, this is the same team that beat them 31-10?
Yeah. So
there weren't really no standing up to do, It's the Chiefs.
Yes, it is. So, final game on the schedule. Monday night, wild card weekend football. This is only the 4th time in NFL history that they've actually had a playoff game on a Monday night. Arizona at Los Angeles. Final score, Rams 34, Cardinals 11.
Booger McFarland. Mina Kimes. Do I dare say Ryan Clark? Trying to think of some more people. Kurt Warner. I wonder how they feeling.
I don't know. They may feel a little bit butthurt.
I mean, what? I'm gonna let you tell it. What did the Rams hear all week long before this game?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, to be honest.
Can you trust Matthew Stafford? Is Matthew Stafford going to turn the ball over? He never won a playoff game. Is Sean McVay or Matthew Stafford under more pressure? I trust Kyler Murray more than Matthew Stafford. What did the defense do?
They from the only highlights that I had seen that they were up like 28-0 at one point.
Dude, defense came out and shut Kyler Murray them down. Defense set the tone. And the offense just followed suit. You want to know how bad it is? Ricky, show the people Cooper Kupp numbers. That's going to show you how bad it was for Arizona. What's Cooper Kupp numbers?
5 catches on 7 targets, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Does that tell you how bad it was for Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
The Triple Crown winner wasn't even needed in the game.
Well, it was the OBJ show.
Exactly.
It was the OBJ show. I love, again, how I think Kyler Murray has the lowest QBR for the playoffs right now.
You know what? He pulled a Carson Wentz. He got hit in the end zone, and guess what he did?
Yep. Out of the back
the
of the
shortest pick 6 in playoff history.
Well,
I mean, look. We did what we needed to do. By the San Fran doing what they did, they gave us the path to who we wanted next. So they came out on losses. They heard all the mess that they was talking about the Rams and Matthew Stafford. They heard all of it. They got tired of it. So you say, you know what? We're going to shut y'all up on Monday night. And we're going to use Arizona to do it. And that's what they did.
Let me see if I can pull up the playoff bracket.
So they handled their business. They did what they supposed to have done, and they let it be known. So now all this talk about Matthew Stafford has number one in the playoffs. You can't beat a team who's won 10 plus games in a season. All that's shutting up. So what y'all gonna say this week when we face the GOAT? Because y'all gonna say something that's gonna give us ammo. So we just waiting for it.
So as of right now, here is your final schedule for the divisional round of the playoffs. We have Cincinnati at Tennessee. Cincinnati the 4 seed, Tennessee the 1 seed. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CBS. If you want to get tickets, they're as low as $170 in Nashville. Saturday night's game is San Fran at Green Bay, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox. Tickets as low as $162. Sunday, it is the LA Rams at Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Game is on NBC. Tickets as low as $150 at Raymond James. And Buffalo at Kansas City, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tickets as low as $107. And the lines, as of right now, before we set them, we'll have probably different lines by the time the games come on Saturday. We have the Tennessee Titans as a 4-point favorite at home. Green Bay a 6-point favorite at home. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers a 3-point favorite at home. And the Kansas City Chiefs as a 3-point favorite at home. All of those lines are courtesy of the SuperDraft Sportsbook and SuperDraft Pro. Links for SuperDraft Pro in the description of the video and the audio. So that will be our lineup for the week. We got any final comments for everybody, Darnell?
So we have a lot of rematches in the divisional round.
Mm-hmm.
This should get interesting. The divisional round should be fun.
And according to Mr. Jamal Edwards, the Buffalo Bills should scrape up the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday.
I'm going to say that for Thursday.
I don't believe that hype. So,
We're going to say that for Thursday, okay?
So that's it for tonight's show. Short, sweet, to the point. That little midget punch to the balls. Tomorrow, Pipe Bomb Radio NYC, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Spreaker app. Search Pipe Bomb Radio NYC. ArchRivals back Thursday, probably around 4 p.m. Pain Train Pipe Bomb, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Pipe Bomb Radio again on Friday. Flashback Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Darnell, lead us out.
All right. So he gave y'all the rundown. It's going to be a fun one. I got Ramley Talk coming up on Thursday for all my LA Rams fans. This is just the beginning. We have our next target. You know what we need to do. I'll talk rest of it on Thursday on ArchRivals with Ricky and Alex. And then Flashback Friday. So shout out to my boys. They did their thing. Let's move on. We got to go down to Tampa now.
On behalf of the Playmaker and the birthday boy, the Bear Man, I'm the Prez, and we're out of here. Hey, did you like that show? Like, share, follow, subscribe. Share out our shows to all of your social media. Need merchandise? Check out paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merchandise at great prices. Tune in next time for another edition of ArchRivals Football, and we'll catch you on the flip side.